What's up guys, it's Tom here, and what on earth is going on at Liverpool? What an utter shambles, an absolute disgrace. The players should be ashamed of themselves. They are not worthy to wear the Liverpool shirt. What the hell is going on at Liverpool FC, my beloved club? We could have been 7-0 down at half-time. I'm not even joking. 7-0. It was 3-0, which is a disgrace. But Napoli missed the penalty. Alisson saved it. Napoli hit the post. Napoli missed an open goal which Van Dijk cleared. And Napoli had another clear-cut chance. So that's 4 additional goals that should have been scored by Napoli on top of the 3-0 that already happened. An absolute disgrace. Not good enough. Half of the Liverpool players should be absolutely disgraced in front of the media. They should come out and explain this performance. But it's usually Andy Robertson who has come out and said some things to the media. But honestly, this Liverpool performance was one of the worst European performances and one of the worst performances period that I have seen by a Liverpool side since Jurgen Klopp took over. Half of the Liverpool players, they are on holiday. They are not on the pitch performing and working hard as they should be. They are having an absolute nightmare of a start of a season. And at this point, you have to question the motivation and the desire and the intensity and especially the mentality of this Liverpool team. What the hell has happened? Liverpool are an absolute shadow of their former self. We were 2 goals away from winning the quadruple last season. We were 2 goals away from winning 4 trophies last season. But since then, Liverpool have absolutely been a disgrace. Joe Gomez, he has been an absolute shambles in the first half. Every single time Napoli had a half-decent attack, Joe Gomez was shitting bricks at the back. He was an absolute shambles, a calamity at the back. Virgil van Dijk gave away a needless penalty, stepping on Osimhen's foot, and credit to Alisson for saving the penalty. By the way, the only 2 players apart from Alisson who deserve any credit is Luis Diaz, who I thought was our best player on the pitch, our man of the match. He scored a brilliant goal. He could have scored another, but he alone can't do it himself. And also Harvey Elliott, who was really awesome in midfield. All the rest of the Liverpool players, including Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, Fabinho, James Milner, our most experienced player, plays like an absolute moron, lunatic, young player who knows no better than to block the shot with his hand in the 3rd minute. I cannot believe James Milner would do this with all his experience. He's 36 years old and he's acting like an absolute child. What has happened to Milner this season? He should never ever start for Liverpool ever again. He's so terrible. It looks like he forgot how to play football. I'm sorry, but James Milner should be nowhere near Liverpool's midfield and Liverpool's starting lineup because he's so bad. It's an absolute shambles. It's a disgrace. I'm lost for words. James Milner blocks Napoli's shot with his hand and Zielinski steps up and saves the penalty. But then Osimhen stepped up for the 2nd penalty, which Van Dijk gave away for fouling Osimhen and stepping on his foot. Alisson saves it. It's a brilliant save. And you think, here we go, Liverpool can still turn it around. We are only 1-0 down. Then Napoli scored the 2-0 and then the 3-0. And honestly, the Liverpool players, some of their first touches were so bad. Like Trent Alexander-Arnold's first touch that was so terrible. And Joe Gomez, he made so many mistakes in the first half. Liverpool were actually lucky to only be 3-0 down at halftime. The brilliant 21-year-old talent from Georgia, I don't know how to pronounce his name, he should have scored an open goal, but Virgil van Dijk came back and cleared it off the line. And at 3-0 at halftime, you think the game is over, but then Napoli at the start of the second half start this half as they should be, but Liverpool again were caught snapping, they were caught sleeping, and Napoli score to make it 4-0. And then at that point, it's an absolute embarrassment. It's a rout, it's a disgrace, a shambles, an absolutely unacceptable performance. Half of the Liverpool players played like they don't deserve to wear the Liverpool shirt. And that's the first time that I have said that for the past 5 years, that some of these Liverpool players don't deserve to wear the shirt, because they had no fight, no intensity, no desire, no concentration whatsoever. Joe Gomez at the 31st minute, he should have passed it back to Alisson. Instead, he loses the ball, and then the Napoli players just play the rings around him. Zambo Anguissa, we made him look like prime Zinedine Zidane. He plays a simple 1-2 on the edge of the box, and it's 2-0 Napoli. Absolutely disgraceful defending. Every single Liverpool player was just ball watching at that point. And I don't understand how we have fallen so far from the standards that we set last season. You can't just hide behind the injuries, because yes, we have Thiago out injured. We have a lot of other players out injured. Thiago just came back, and by the way, when Thiago came on in the second half, he was by far our best midfielder on the pitch, but that's not too hard, because all our other midfielders are absolutely shambolic. It's an absolute disgrace. Joe Gomez, how has he fallen so far away from the standards that he set when he was our best centre-back alongside Virgil van Dijk in the 2019 Premier League winning season? Joe Gomez was an absolute colossus, but it looks like with the injuries that he suffered, it looks like his standards has fallen so far away that he don't deserve to be a starting player at Liverpool. And he got a big chance. Matip and Konate was injured at the same time for the first time in ages, and Joe Gomez had a chance to really stake a claim for a starting Liverpool place. And instead, he absolutely butchered that chance. Instead, he showed Jurgen Klopp why he shouldn't be starting, which is just such a shame, because I had high hopes for Joe Gomez, but it looks like he's finished, he's done, he's dusted. And that the same can be said about many Liverpool players. Let me know what they think about this Liverpool performance, because the result is not the worst thing, it's the performance. Yes, the last 30 minutes with Thiago on the pitch, it was a little bit better, but still Liverpool were well done up until that point. The game was well and truly over, and Napoli was just on the beach. By the way, the defending for the third Napoli goal by Joe Gomez again is an absolute shambles. I just don't understand what Joe Gomez was doing in this game. It was just a disgraceful performance. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I can't be bothered to do more post-match analysis because I'm just fed up and sick and tired of this Liverpool team. Half of the Liverpool team are not anywhere near their usual standards. They should be ashamed of themselves. And this is not on Jurgen Klopp. I think it's on the players. But feel free to disagree with me in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.